going to be unboxing my Inkwell Press 2019 planner. Before we get started, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe. If you like today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And when you do subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell so you can be updated when I post new videos. So let's go ahead and hop into today's video. We're going to be looking at my Inkwell Press planner for 2019. Before I do that, I just wanted to show you the 2018 planner. I have been using this on and off throughout the year at work for various reasons. I did not use a planner for quite a few months, but this Inkwell Press and all of the Inkwell Press planners I've ever owned have always been my absolute favorite planners. I have tried other planners and I always come back to Inkwell Press. So I am going to be going with my Inkwell Press planner for 2019. For home, I am digital bullet journaling on my iPad, and then for work, I use my paper planner, which is my Inkwell Press. The only reason why I have this here is because I wanted to show it to you because they have a newer system for 2019. This is the ring bound or the coil bound planner, and they do have this for 2019. However, they have a new one for 2028, yeah. They have the coil bound for 2018, and they have a coil bound for 2019, as well as bound planners as well. Last year they came out with bound planners, and I was tempted to get that last year and make a ring binded or a disc bound planner, but I ended up not doing that and just going with my regular coil bound. First thing I wanted to share with you, my favorite pens and pencils, and that is all I use is just a black pen and a pencil in my planners. This is a Una Gel HD 0.5 mechanical pencil, and this is one I've had for several years. I do use HD lead with this as well, and I really like this pencil, and I have a couple of these. I will link to my pencils down below, as well as a link to Inkwell Press, as well as a referral code where you can get $10 off of your first purchase of a planner at Inkwell Press. And then the other thing I like to use, the other pen, which I started using this about a year or so ago, is the Mono Drawing Pen by Tombow. It's the 03, and I absolutely love this pen. This is what I was using for regular bullet journaling before I went digital, and I use that also as in my Inkwell Press planner as well. So I'm gonna just kind of move this stuff out of the way, and I'm gonna show you the 2019 planner. I did already go through my planner box and was looking at the papers and kind of deciding how I was gonna set things up for 2019. I purchased not only the planner stuff, but I also purchased the inserts for the daily planning that I think I'm going to be using for the rest of 2018. So I'm going to unbox this and show you what I purchased. I'm going to start with the book bands. I purchased a package of these so that I can wrap this around my planner. And then I also purchased a journal. This is their sewn journal, and absolutely love this. This is the first time I've ever purchased any of their sewn journals, but I'm definitely going to be using this as an addition to my 2019 planner so that I could take notes and stuff for work. And speaking of work, that is what I'm going to be using this planner for. This is going to be my work planner. I have not decided if I'm going to go back to paper for home or if I'm going to stay digital for home. I'm really enjoying the digital process, but again, I do like the paper process as well. So I'm going to show you first the actual planner. This year they came out with a, I think they're calling it the Live Well 360, which is a disc bound journal, and I purchased the vegan leather cover in the gray. They have a brown cover as well as the regular covers, similar to the regular ring bound planners or the coil bound planners. The only difference is you've got the cardboard, and then you have this for your disc inserts, which is a little bit cheaper than the leather. I believe those are $14 and the leather is $19 for the covers. I will admit that this version, the disc version, is a lot more pricier than the regular ring bound version. But once you buy your cover, buy your rings and your planner, even your dividers, which I have here, I'll show you those in a second, it's next year, all I'm gonna have to do is just buy whatever inserts I want. So I will probably take some of the ring bound rings, or the discs rather, and use that next year, because I do like to hold on to my planners for a couple of years before I decide to get rid of them, especially if I do journaling in my planners. But I will use those to kind of archive them and then continue using this cover, or buy a new cover if I want to. So the price is a little bit more steep as far as the planner itself. But what is really great about this is that it's completely customizable. So this cover, along with the silver rings, now the silver rings I believe are only about 1 inch. They're comparable to the rings that you would buy if you were buying a Happy Planner. They're about that size. However, I have seen people are buying Levenger 1.5 inch rings, and it gives them more room. So I may or may not do that. For right now, I'm going to stick with that. So this is the 2019 one day planner inserts, and they are for the disc planner. It does have the cover page that you can customize and put your personal information in it. This is the important dates, big events and happenings broken down by month. Since I'm going to be using this for work, I'm going to use this actually to keep record and track of ideas for displays that we plan on doing at work for the library. And then I also have a goals section, which I haven't really used the goals section for personal. I may use it for work. It does have different categories, but I might customize these to be more for what I might need at work. And then they also have a breakdown so you can achieve those goals. We have a 2019 page at a glance, and then it hops right into the monthly pages. So every month has a different color scheme. So January has these pretty gray colors, along with a little bit of teal, which is kind of her signature color, and then some pink colors. And that you'll see even on the monthly spread. And then we go into the weekly spreads. Now this is the flex version. There's also a classic version which has your days vertical. I prefer the horizontal, and I've been using that for the longest time, and I think that's kind of what I prefer. But you can take these and break this down. There are little dots in the top and close to the bottom here that you can actually create lines, and that's what I've done in the past with mine. Is I'll create little sections, and then I'll use each of the 3 sections for different things. A little different this year is the fonts, which I really love these fonts. There's a weekly focus and a notes section, which I have tried to use the notes sections at work for meetings. It never works out. I always need more. So we're gonna take a quick look at all the different color schemes. Each month is pretty much the same layout. You get a little notes and rambling section for the month. And then there's also a little habit tracker and planning section, which I think the habit tracker is something that I'll use, and for maybe my top 3 things that I have to make sure I get done daily. So I'll use it for habit tracking at work. This is the February mission board. I generally do not fill out the mission boards, but I do love the color schemes, and I'll take those colors and use them throughout the month. So for this month that we have the blues, the grays, and then we have a little bit of a greenish, maybe yellow, if you want to say, tone. And then there's our weekly or our monthly spread. And then for the weekly spreads, we have the blue tones in there. And then when we get to our next month, it looks like we're going to be doing more of the yellow. We have a navy color, the grays, and then also the yellow colors for the mission board. And then our weekly, we have a nice gray for the month of March. And then our weeklies are probably yellow. Yep, they're the yellow colors. And then we hop into our last one, which is April. And we have more of the greens, blues, and grays in this one. And then we'll have the green tones for the month, and then the greens for the weekly. And that just those patterns just repeat each other throughout the rest of the planner. So that's the one day, the 2019 pages. I also picked up the paid or the monthly dividers, and we'll be using those. The only thing I'm not happy about is they're not laminated. So you can't really use these over and over, but I will probably run these through my laminator and laminate them so that I can get more use out of those, so they're just not a one-time thing. But we can always make our own planners or dividers, and that's what's awesome about this collection, is because it's the disc bound, and I did see that it does work and lines up perfectly with the Happy Planner Punch. So that is a nice little bonus. And then the last thing I purchased, which is the daily pages. And another thing that I really like about this, if I have finding myself with a lot to do in one day and really need to break it down a little bit more, I have the option to stick these into my week and use these as well. So again, this comes with the Live Well Daily, as well as the information page. And then it also has important dates, but these are not dated, so you don't have to worry about it being specific. So you can even break this down even more if you want to. Instead of doing it by month, you could do it maybe by theme. We have our goals pages. Again, these categories are also the same as the 2019 planner. But again, I'm probably going to customize this for work. And then we have our goals breakdown here as well. And then we get into our daily pages. And again, these are undated, so you can date them up at the top here and then circle the day of the week if you want to. We have a focus for the day, so if you have one major thing that you need to get done, you can put that here. We have an immediate section, things that you know that you need to make sure you get done immediately for the day. Things that are important. So probably what I would do is I would have my major thing for the day, things I need to get done immediately. That's the stuff that I probably need to do as soon as I walk in the door. Important things that I need to get done either for my boss or for the day for patrons or anything like that. And then we have things that are insignificant. So this would probably be things that I'm working on that are not due right away, but I would like to get working on them if I accomplish all of these during the day. I also have a schedule section that goes from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., which is great. I don't start at 5 a.m. I generally start around 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then I work until 4, but there are days that I work until 9 o'clock and I go in later and work until 9. So I love that I can do that depending on the day. And you also have 2 sections. So it does have a little breakdown here. There is a notes section, so sometimes if I'm on the phone and I have to jot down or get a voicemail and I jot down the person's name that I have to call back along with the phone number, so I'll use that there. And then I can even break this down and say about my accomplishments for the day, and I can score my day. So I really like that you have that option. And then there's also 3 little sections at the bottom that you can break down your important things, or I'm trying to think of something that I would use it for. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Again, these are undated. They are double-sided, so you have a day for each page, and you can really break down your day pretty well. So I'm planning on incorporating these. I do think I'm going to be using them to finish out my 2018 so that I can start using my planner now, because I don't have patience to wait until January. I do think I might take the remainder of the pages out of this one and insert it into my planner. I do know you can also buy oh, I have a ruler in here. I didn't know it was there. That's actually how I divide my pages. I just probably didn't realize it was still there. Let me find one of my pages that I've done in the past. So like I said, I've used this planner on and off throughout the whole year. Differently. So this is how I divide my pages, and I just have the little ruler so I can line my dots up. So that will definitely be going in there. But as I was saying, you can buy inserts for note pages. You can buy an insert cover so that you can have a 3-pocket cover. It's got this pocket here in the back, and then you also have a big pocket here, which is something I kind of wish I did purchase, because I would actually take this sewn journal that I plan on taking with me to work and sticking it right into my planner and having it available for meetings. But I will probably take out October, November, and December and maybe cut them down and do the punches in there as well. I just have not really decided if I want to do that, because it will be a little bit shorter So it's possible. I think I am going to do that. So yeah, that is my planner. Like I said, I did, oh, one more thing inside the box. I bought the little pen loop so I can attach that to my planner and be able to take my pens. I generally keep my pens hooked by the little clip that's on them so I can keep both of them together. So I will probably continue to do that in my new planner. Yeah, so that's my plans for 2019 and maybe the remainder of 2018. If you guys want to see how I set this up once I get it all done, leave a comment below and I will definitely show you how I am going to be using this planner. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. I will catch you all in the next video. I will leave links for the couple of supplies like my pens in the description, as well as a referral link down below so that you can get $10 off your first purchase. Again, they do come in a ring bound planner, a disc bound, and also a hard bound. I don't know how you want to say a bound, just a bound planner. And then we have the coil. I keep calling this ring, but it's coil, and then the disc bound. So, all right, everybody, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.